Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. Today, I shall be teaching you different usages. Students, at first, I shall let you know that when do we use a little and when do we use a few. So, let's start. Just look at the situation where we are describing a small quantity. There are a few peas. There are a few peaches and there are a few raspberries. Okay, so the first thing that we should look at is countable nouns. All of these nouns are countable nouns. In previous lecture, I told you that the things which we can count are called countable nouns, and countable nouns can be singular or plural. Here, of course, they are all in the plural. Look, I have used plural nouns as peas, peaches, and raspberries. And when we use plural nouns, so we put the helping verb are as I have used in these sentences. So, students, a few is used to describe a small quantity of a countable noun. Okay? As I have used here for this small quantity, I have used a few with peas, peaches, and raspberries, and all three nouns are countable. Okay? Now look at these sentences. There is a little pasta. Number 2 is there is a little soup and there is a little sugar. Now here in these sentences, the thing that we should look at is uncountable nouns. All of these nouns are uncountable nouns. Along with countable nouns, I also told you in my previous lecture that uncountable nouns are those nouns which we cannot count. Okay? And uncountable noun exists only in singular. Students, when we have uncountable nouns, so we must only use a little, or you can simply say that a little is used to describe a small quantity of uncountable nouns. Okay? Students, look, a little and a few both are used to describe a small quantity of nouns, but when we use countable nouns, so we use a few, and when we use uncountable nouns, so at that place we use a little. Okay, students? I hope that the use of a little and a few is clear to you all. Our next use is many and much. Now I shall let you know that when to use the word many and much. So we will look at the most common situations of when we use these two words. So let's start. Let us look at some questions about quantity. Question number 1 is, how many apples are there? Question number 2 is, how many eggs are there? And question number 3 is, how many bananas are there? The first thing which we can say is that all of these are countable nouns. Look, if we want to ask a question about quantity with countable nouns, so we will use the word many. Okay, you can also say that there are many classrooms in this school, or there are many chocolates in my pocket, as classrooms and chocolates are countable nouns. Okay, students? Now let's look some more questions about quantity. Question number 1 is, how much milk is there? Question number 2 is, how much cheese is there? And question number 3 is, how much oil is there? Now here the first thing which we can say is that all of these are uncountable nouns. Look, if we want to ask a question about quantity with uncountable nouns, so we will use the word much. Okay? You can also say that I don't take much tea in morning. And she spends much money on her dresses. Okay, students? Now, our today's last use is there is and there are. Students, let me tell you that when to use there is and when to use there are. Look, there is a fridge in the kitchen. And there are some animals in the zoo. Students, the thing which is common in both sentences is the existence. Existence means the state of being or presence. Look, there is used with singular nouns and there are is used with plural nouns, as fridge is singular noun and animals are plural noun. Okay? Look at some more examples. There are books on the table. Number 2, there is pencil in my hand. Number 3, there are clothes in my wardrobe. Number 4, there are big mountains in our country. And number 5, there is a lamp in my room. Okay, students? The summary of today's lecture is a few is used to describe a small quantity of a countable noun and a little is used to describe a small quantity of uncountable nouns. Many is used to know about the quantity with countable nouns and much is used to know about the quantity with uncountable nouns. Okay, and there is used with singular nouns and there are is used with plural noun. Okay, students? I hope that all three usages are quite clear to you. Right? Now what you will have to do, here is your assignment. Sentences are given related to many, much and a little, a few. You will have to complete the blanks. Okay? And the next assignment is related to there is and there are. The first question of there is and there are is, look at your room and write 5 sentences of there is and there are. Now what you will have to do, you will have to see the things in your room and you will use there is with singular nouns and there are with plural nouns. Okay, the next question of there is and there are is, describe the given picture by using there is and there are. I have given you a picture and you will have to look at this picture and after looking you will have to make sentences by using there is and there are. Okay, students? Thank you.